doing? Nifty 50. Hello, welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be talking about Notion. I've been using it for the past couple of years for my studies and to help me create YouTube videos and write scripts. And in this video I wanted to talk about how I've used it, maybe some tips and suggestions that will help you. If you just want to cut to my layout, you can check out the first link in the description of this video where I'll have a free download of the template of what I use. But I want to have a bit of disclaimer. This layout that I've made probably won't work for you, and that's okay. But hopefully it gives you a base of where you can start, some ideas that you can use from, and hopefully it gives you some inspiration to give it a go and make your own thing. But this is simply my layout. It works well for me, and for now, but I constantly change it, and this is literally after 2 years of making changes and stuff. So, well, let's get into it. This is my Notion template. Right, so at the moment I use my Notion for creating YouTube videos, writing short talks, doing assignments, classes I've been doing, brainstorm any ideas, to work on any client projects, to keep any cooking recipes, keep any notes of videos, podcasts or books I've been reading through, and then lastly as a great place to keep all the links for everything else I've been working on, whether that be my newsletter, whether that be new templates like this one, or just a place to keep my Instagram page so I can find it in case I need to. This has just been one thing that's been really helpful for me. It's just simply having a page where I link everything else I do on social media. So that's what I've been using Notion for. One of my goals has been trying to keep a clean, minimalistic style. So I have a very simple black, white and orange color theme throughout, and I'll go into that in a little bit more detail. But right now, I'll just let you know that my goal with this was to try and have a page or a document I could open on my computer or my phone, and my goal was to keep the page as simple and as clean as possible. Alright, so I've got two sections to my Notion page. I've got my main page and then calendar. Within calendar, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's literally just a calendar, a weekly, a daily and a monthly. Within that, I stick in appointments that I have, if I'm catching up with friends, or maybe just what my workouts are that week. It's the same as you would have on your wall, or just in your journal or diary. So that's pretty much it, it's a calendar. Right, let's get onto the main page. So I've broken my page up into two sections, create and plan. Roughly, on the create side, it's for inspiration, for creativity, notes for any podcasts or books I've been reading through, and just to simply write these scripts for these YouTube videos. And on the plan side, it's to put cooking recipes, plan out courses I'm at, and assignments I have. So those are roughly my two sections. And then before we dive into those, below that I have a clock, which I have linked below, which you can check out. And this is just a very simple run-of-the-mill clock that lets you know what the time is. I just thought it looked cool. I don't really need it because technically I have a clock on the top right hand corner of my screen, but I thought it looked cool, so that's why I added it. And below that I've simply just got a small Bible post which I've been trying to memorize this year, but you could add whatever sorts of inspiration or quotes you like there. And then below that I just have my quick notes, which is what I write on my phone. So when I'm out and about or I'm traveling from A to B and I have an idea for something, whether it be a video or that be an assignment I'm working on, I have a quick cut on my phone where I can tap it, I can start writing, press done, and it'll just save it under my home page. Later in the week I can go through those, I can put them into a system, into a file, but that way I can quickly write something down to making it as easy as possible for me to write down my note to start with. And that's basically it. So I turn my main page to dark mode. I simply just go into settings and then dark mode. Then I change all my text to orange, which is using command, it'll be on the screen what I use, but it'll be command control H that changes my text to orange, and that's pretty much it. So I'll show you what's in the two different sections first. Let's look at the create. There we go. Finally out of the wind. Okay. So within Create, I have 4 categories: YouTube videos, client videos, products, and then ideas or thoughts. Now let's look at the first one, YouTube videos. This is just a pretty simple copy and paste template that I found from a few other creators. I have it linked below separately, but this is just an idea of where you can create a video, you can put them into categories, You can put them into dates once, you can add a link once they're released. You can put them into how far through the process you are, whether you're scripting them, whether you're just coming up with the idea, or you're just about to publish them. And then on the left hand side, I code my videos. So every video I make, I give them a special code. Now this is simply just the year and then the number that video came in the year. So for example, the last video I made was 2024 number 1. Other than that, it's pretty simple. There's a whole heap of features in here that I still haven't yet discovered and fully optimized of how to use. So that's the first one. Next, client videos. Now this one here has been a bit more sporadic. I've had a couple of projects where I've worked with a few people. So this has just been a space where I'm still working on. This is pretty simple and needs work on it. That finishes off YouTube and climate videos. Now the next one are products. Now this is mainly just a place to bookmark and save other websites and things I'm working on, whether that be a newsletter or whether that be a drone template. It's just an all-in-one place so I can see what I'm working on and what I want saved. They're pretty self-explanatory, but let's look at this one here, Linktree. Basically I just tap on it, I then have a link that takes me to my Linktree, and then that takes me to all my social links. That way I don't have to worry about saving it. If I ever start a new account, I can come here and just copy and paste the link over to that website to keep it nice and easy. And that's pretty much it for the links. Next, I have ideas and thoughts. Now this one is a bit bigger and this is where it's evolving quite a lot. But basically, this is where I keep ideas and thoughts for any books, podcasts or videos I've been watching or reading through. It's also where I keep ideas for talks that I'm working on for my assignments, or if I have an idea for a YouTube video or a concept for something, I've also got a place in here. This is also a place where I keep notes for my editing style, so whether what fonts I'm using, how much I want to crop an image for Instagram, or a whole heap of random information like that. All those things, this is where I keep here. So any ideas or thoughts, this is where I have. And I have a couple of different sections that kind of make sense, but they're basically just a way of storing separate information up. So let's go into where I say podcasts, for example. Go into the section here and you can see that I have a couple of different sections still working it out. But the idea is, say I'm listening to a podcast from Colin and Samir, I can then write down some notes of some inspiration or some things I might, words or quotes that I quite liked. And I'm probably not going to read them again, but the act of writing them down helps you remember them. So that's that. So backing out of that, that's everything within Create. Now let's look at the other side, which is Plan. Okay, so on the Plan side, I have a bit more structure and a less creativity, and it's a bit more regimented. So again, I have 4 categories, which is daily routine, flying notes, Bible studies, and then cooking. Now, let's look at the first one. It's pretty simple. Honestly, I need to work on this a bit more. I used to have a bit of a plan mapped out, like what my morning routine was, but honestly, I need to work on this category a bit more. Next, flying is just for writing down notes for my courses I've been doing, and then for remembering checklists and going through procedures. Which leads me to a third category, Bible studies. Now within here, I've written up a template for writing a short talk or leading a small study. And I also have all the notes from the past couple of years of going through courses. Which leads me to my last category, which is cooking. I'm just using some generic folder that I found online. Again, I'll have it linked below, you can check it yourself. And as I found recipes that I like or ideas of inspiration for YouTube videos, what I'll do is I'll chuck them into here. This way it's nice and easy for me to find in the future. And again, there's a whole heap of features in here, like weekly planners and things that I haven't got around to using, but I'll definitely look into them. They'll be quite helpful. So that pretty much rounds off everything within my Notion. There we go. Thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate you making it this far through. Again, all the links will be down below where you can check out and download for yourself. Otherwise, I guess if you made it this far, I've recently just started a newsletter. It's supposed to come out 4 times a year and it's called On the Commute. It's on Substack, so you can check it out down below. It just talks about drones, creativity, and honestly just a day in the life of what I do. If that sounds something interesting, you can check it out below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.